As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm, golden-orange glow over the quiet streets of Willow Creek, the small town seemed to exhale, settling into the peaceful embrace of twilight. The air was crisp, carrying the faint scent of blooming flowers and freshly cut grass. The hum of daily life had faded, leaving behind a serene stillness, broken only by the occasional chirp of crickets and the distant rustle of leaves in the gentle evening breeze. It was in this tranquil setting that 8-year-old Lily Parker made her way home, her small hands clutching a brown paper bag filled with groceries. Her mother had sent her to the corner store for a few essentials: milk, bread, and a carton of eggs. And though she was young, Lily took her responsibilities seriously. She was a bright, spirited child with a heart full of curiosity and a determination that belied her age. By her side, as always, trotted Max, her loyal German shepherd. Max was no ordinary dog. Once a highly trained K-9 unit, he had served alongside Lily's father, Officer Parker, on the police force. But an injury during a mission had forced Max into early retirement. When Officer Parker brought him home, Max quickly became more than just a pet. He was Lily's protector, her confidant, and her best friend. His sleek, black and tan coat gleamed in the fading light, and his sharp, intelligent eyes scanned their surroundings with unwavering vigilance. Though he walked with a slight limp from his old injury, his presence was commanding, a silent promise that he would keep Lily safe no matter what. As Lily skipped along the sidewalk, her sneakers tapping lightly against the pavement, she hummed, a cheerful tune, her mind wandering to the adventures she and Max would have once they got home. She was blissfully unaware of the danger that loomed just around the corner. A group of bikers, known as the Black Reapers, had been terrorizing Willow Creek for weeks. They were a notorious gang, their reputation built on theft, intimidation, and violence. Tonight they were in a particularly reckless mood, their engines roaring like thunder as they sped through the quiet streets, searching for trouble. It was the scarred man who spotted Lily first. His face was marked by a jagged, angry scar that ran from his cheekbone to his jaw, a souvenir from a life of violence. He nudged the biker next to him, a towering figure with a snake tattoo coiled around his neck, and gestured toward the little girl. "Easy target," he sneered, his voice dripping with malice. The others chuckled, their laughter dark and menacing. Slowing their bikes, they began to circle Lily like vultures closing in on their prey. Lily's heart skipped a beat as she realized she was surrounded. Her small frame trembled, and she clutched the grocery bag tighter, her knuckles turning white. "Hey, kid," the scarred man growled, his voice low and threatening. "Where you going?" Lily took a hesitant step back, her voice barely above a whisper. "Home," she replied, her eyes darting nervously between the bikers. The man with the snake tattoo smirked, his eyes glinting with cruel amusement. "How about you come with us instead?" he said, his tone mockingly sweet. "We'll take you for a ride." Terror gripped Lily, her mind racing as she tried to think of a way out. But Max, ever vigilant, didn't hesitate. He stepped forward, positioning himself between Lily and the bikers, his ears alert and his stance protective. A low, menacing growl rumbled from his chest, a warning to the bikers to back off. The scarred man laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "Oh no," he jeered. "The little girl's got a dog. You don't know what you're messing with." Lily clung to Max's fur, her voice trembling as she whispered, "Max." The biker with the snake tattoo chuckled, clearly unimpressed. "Yeah, what's he gonna do? Bark us to death?" But they had gravely underestimated Max. In an instant, the German shepherd sprang into action. With lightning speed, he lunged at the nearest biker, his powerful jaws clamping down on the man's arm. The biker howled in pain, stumbling backward as Max released him. Another man lunged toward Lily, but Max was faster. Dodging the attack, he leaped into the air, slamming. into the biker's chest with such force that the man was sent sprawling onto the pavement. Panic erupted among the gang. "This ain't no regular dog," one of them shouted, his voice tinged with fear. "That's a police dog," another yelled, his eyes wide with realization. Max stood his ground, his teeth bared and his growl ferocious, a formidable barrier between Lily and her would-be captors. Though terrified, Lily felt a surge of hope. But the scarred man, shaking with rage, pulled out a knife. The blade glinted in the fading light, and Lily's breath caught in her throat. "I'm not scared of no dog," he snarled, his eyes wild with fury. Max, however, was a trained canine. He recognized the threat immediately. In a flash, he lunged again, his movements precise and calculated, his powerful jaws clamped down on the man's wrist, forcing him to drop the knife with a cry of pain. With a quick, powerful maneuver, Max knocked the biker to the ground, pinning him with his weight. The man struggled, but Max's grip was unyielding. The distant wail of sirens cut through the chaos. Someone had called the police. The remaining bikers scrambled to their bikes, revving their engines in panic. "We gotta go!" one of them shouted, his voice frantic. Max released the scarred man, who clutched his bleeding wrist and bolted toward his bike. Within moments, police cars screeched onto the scene, officers leaping out with guns drawn. "Freeze!" they commanded, their voices firm and authoritative. The gang was caught. The officers quickly apprehended the injured bikers, slapping cuffs on them and ending their reign of terror in Willow Creek. Lily turned to Max, her small arms wrapping around his neck as tears streamed down her face. "You saved me," she whispered, her voice shaking with emotion. Max licked her cheek, his tail wagging gently as if to say, "Always." Her father, Officer Parker, ran to her, scooping her into his arms. "Lily, are you okay?" he asked, his voice filled with concern. She nodded, burying her face in his shoulder. "Max protected me, Dad. He stopped them all." One of the officers approached, whistling in amazement. "That's one heck of a dog you've got there, Parker. He just took down 3 gang members, like it was nothing." Officer Parker smiled proudly, ruffling Max's fur. "He's not just a dog," he said. "He's family." The bikers were arrested that night, and the town of Willow Creek hailed Max as a hero. News of his bravery spread far and wide, but for Max, none of that mattered. His only mission had always been clear: protect Lily, no matter what. And that's exactly what he did. The story of Lily and Max became a testament to the unbreakable bond between a girl and her dog, a reminder that true courage isn't about size or strength. It's about heart, loyalty, and the will to protect those we love, even in the face of danger. A faithful friend, it turns out, can be the greatest hero of all.